And as you know, rain has stopped falling in the Carolinas, but the rivers continue to rise, compounding the aftermath of Hurricane Florence. Companies now from Idaho have deployed thousands of miles to North Carolina to help in the ongoing crisis.
Local water cleanup franchise SERVPRO is one of those companies with nearly a dozen employees on the ground in the Carolinas, helping people get their lives back together. Our Morgan Boydston talked to the owner today, and she's here now with what they're seeing on the ground there in North Carolina.
Hurricane Florence brought heavy rain and storm surges, flooding rivers, homes, and roads. The floodwaters and death toll are still rising in her wake, and local SERVPRO crews felt the need to be there and help victims hit the hardest.
The worst is yet to come. We're going to have water outside this building, maybe 4 feet deep, maybe 5 feet deep, maybe something less. But we got people that need help.
The governor of South Carolina, alongside President Trump, warning people to brace for more flooding and more damage. Catastrophic flooding from Florence is wreaking havoc across parts of the Carolinas as the death toll rises. These North Carolina towns swallowed by water, roads shut down.
We continue to be engaged in large-scale search and rescue operations.
Evacuees are urged to stay away from their homes as the destruction is far from over.
There's a bunch of different teams that'll mobilize, and they will go neighborhood to neighborhood, seeing what people need.
Among crews working around the clock to help victims is SERVPRO Boise and Meridian.
You have entire neighborhoods, people crying out front, and everything they've ever owned is, essentially destroyed.
Owner Chris Isaacson and 8 of his Treasure Valley employees got to New Bern, North Carolina Saturday.
We try and get as close to the disaster zone as possible.
Where the nightmare continues for those in the epicenter of the hurricane.
Their house they've worked their whole life for, same thing with their business. Their business is out of business, so they can't make revenue to pay the bills. It's just a very humbling environment.
As homeowners and business owners return to what's left and assess the damage, SERVPRO is helping them restore by removing debris, damaged drywall, and insulation to combat further damage from mold.
It's a total chaos. You go into any grocery store, there's nothing on the shelves. You go into Lowe's, there's nothing on the shelves. You can't buy a hammer, you can't buy a dehumidifier. It's chaos.
Isaacson says his crew will likely be out there for another month or two.
There's just no real way to explain the damage.
And want to continue helping victims until the need dwindles. Isaacson's team from the Treasure Valley travels all over the country in the aftermath of large-scale wildfires, floods, hurricanes, and ice storms. And if you want to help Florence victims, you can make a donation to the Red Cross through the hot link section at ktvb.com by calling 1-800-RED-CROSS or texting the word Florence to 90999.
Just incredible, and it's amazing they're going to be there another 2 months, and they could be there another 2 years, as we know what happened in Houston, 2 years to recover.
The need never really dwindles.
It doesn't. All right. Thanks, Morgan.